what's happening in Myanmar right now? Be honest. Maybe you saw a piece of news a few months ago. Maybe you remember the protests. But things aren't just still bad. They have spiraled into a nightmare you have to see yourself to believe. And right now, the junta who created this nightmare is planning their greatest trick yet. They're planning an election. It sounds democratic, right? But in Myanmar, this election isn't about democracy. It's a trap. And today, I'm going to show you why the world must reject it. To understand the situation, we need to rewind a bit in recent history. I'm sure most of you will remember the iconic 1988 uprising against the Wen Party dictatorship. The military then promised an election in 1990. People voted, and the National League for Democracy led by Aung San Suu Kyi won a landslide victory. But the military just ignored it and ruled the country under a direct military dictatorship for 20 more years. Then came 2010. The country underwent what can be called a political liberalization process under the junta-drafted 2008 constitution. The military proxy party, the Union Solidarity and Development Party, won the election, and a retired General Thein Sein became the first president. In 2015, the NLD won the second election, and Aung San Suu Kyi became the de facto head of government. The party won the 2020 election again. People spoke clearly, but the military didn't like the results. On the morning of February 1st, 2021, we woke up to a coup. They arrested not only the elected leaders, but also our future. 10 years of progress vanished overnight. But this time, we just didn't go home. Hundreds of thousands of people took the street to peacefully protest against the coup. Public servants, including doctors, teachers, and engineers, joined the civil disobedience movement and refused to work for the junta. But we were replied with sheer brutality. 2 months after the coup, the junta had killed over 500 people. The movement unites with ethnic minorities who have long been fighting for autonomy and equal rights, as well as Rohingya, survivors of genocide. It promptly adopted higher aspirations than the pre-coup status quo. We now struggle for a federal democracy, a future without the junta. Now, the country is in a full-blown revolution. In the face of an unforgiving crackdown and being left virtually no space for peaceful protest, the Spring Revolution took a crucial turn to an armed resistance. The junta is losing. It has lost territories which had never been contested for decades. Its forces are defecting and terrified. What do they do when they are losing? They attack the defenseless. They bomb schools and hospitals. They weaponize food and other basic needs. The cost of this madness is staggering. Since the coup, over 7,500 people have been murdered and 22,000 people are in prisons right now. According to UNHCR, over 3.6 million people have been forced to flee their homes. Imagine populations of entire cities running in the jungles hiding from airstrikes. About 1.7 million are refugees or seeking asylum worldwide. Many of them are children and youth who cannot go to school or university. The international community, including the UN and the ASEAN, have condemned the coup and repeatedly called for the release of political prisoners and to stop the violence against the people. However, there has been no success as the military ignored these demands with China and Russia on its side. This is where the election comes in. After extending the state of emergency for 7 times, the junta is now desperate and wants a way out. They just want to wash their bloody hands and say, hey look, there's a legitimate government now. But let's ask some questions. Where are the main opposition parties? Burned. And where are the politicians? Arrested. Freedom of speech? Non-existent. You criticize this election in Myanmar? Jail. There will be no transitional justice mechanism. The military can continue their reign through indirect rule with their proxy party USDP. Besides, there's always an open door for another direct military rule if needed. But what's really wrong with the election is that it will bring neither democracy nor peace nor stability. No one in their right mind can think the election would be any free and fair or solve the ongoing political conflict, but the junta desperately wants you to recognize this election. We advise that you don't. The junta's authoritarian friends, including China and Russia, stand ready to recognize the election, but this solution is not considered serious by the real opposition and the people. If the world accepts this election, it will be as if it's okay to bomb civilians as long as you force people to vote afterwards. There'll be no justice, and the junta will keep murdering people. So what can you do? Well, share this video, make the world see us. We need you to be our voice when we are silenced. Speak out against this illusion. Tell your government, do not recognize this election and demand justice. Stop the atrocities and release all political prisoners. They want us to give up, but we'll stay here. Please stand on the right side of history. Reject the Sham Election. Stand with Myanmar.